Lately, I've been partying harder, drinking a lot more than I used to.
Blindsided by addiction. Are you using? Are you using to have a good time? Are you slipping? Using more and more? Are you sure you can quit? You are an addict if you try to quit and then find that you can't. Addicts complain that they were blindsided, that they never saw themselves coming to this point where they are taking the drug even though they are trying to stop. How about you? Have you ever wondered about yourself? Are you becoming addicted? No one sets out to become a drug addict. Yet, there is an ongoing epidemic of drug addiction, and especially among young people. Young people do not see drug addiction in their future, even though record numbers of young people are becoming addicted. Teens do not see addiction coming their way because they believe that drug addiction may happen to others, but it will never happen to me. Eventually, drinking starts to happen by itself, automatically, without actually deciding to do it. Ava is angry at herself for drinking too much and struggling to figure out why she doesn't stop. Fitting in by sharing a drug of choice is commonplace among young people.
I'm not happy with myself for drinking so much. It makes me angry and upset. Maybe I'm getting drunk to numb the pain.
Weed has taken up all my time. I'm sliding. Pretty soon, I'll be doing nothing but hanging out with the vapors. Yeah, that's for sure.
Zombie. Mindless hits. Like you're a zombie.
I did a couple of hits too many last Saturday, and here's the weird part. It's like I just did the hits, even though I really didn't want them, but I just did them anyway. It's like I'm a zombie.
Lately, I've been partying harder, drinking a lot more than I used to. When I keep drinking, but it's already too much, so why am I doing this?
The problem is reflexive drinking. Thoughtless, unintended drug taking happens when you're flying on autopilot. You're flying but not in control.
You know what? My science teacher, Mrs. Jones, read a book to our class. Not about zombies, but about a raccoon going off the deep end. It sounds funny, I know, but it's not what you think. I think the book is about us.
The raccoon's problem was losing self-control. The loss of self-control is at the heart of drug addiction.
According to scientists, a reflex is an automatic action that is triggered. Once a reflex is triggered, you cannot control it. You cannot stop it. You can only avoid the trigger in the first place.
You're right. I'm like the raccoon. Sometimes I've had enough. I think I can stop, but then somehow, for some reason, I have another drink.
If you know you can stop, and you want to stop, but you don't stop, then you have a problem. A reflexive drug-taking problem.
I love the raccoon. He's funny and cute, but I can't figure out why he ends up in trouble. This science stuff is just so crazy.
Reading the raccoon story has given Ava an insight into her poorly controlled drinking. The science of the loss of self-control is a fascinating read.
You should take a look at this. You might get something out of it.
Socializing at parties is where many young people consume more drugs than intended. Blackout drinking is binge drinking until you pass out or are unable to remember anything. Despite widespread coverage in the media, blackout drinking is on the rise among young people.
Let's get out of here. I don't want to be a zombie.
Leaving the party early removes Jasper and Ava from the many sources of temptation at the party that would trigger reflexive drug taking.
Did you hear? It's all over the school. Bobby did some Superjack blue magic late last Saturday and it killed him.
Oh my god, everyone knew that Bobby had a knee injury and was doing pain pills, but the police found needles and heroin in his bedroom.
Street drugs are dangerous because you don't know what's in there. If laced with fentanyl, you may nod off and never come back.
You should take a look at this. You might get something out of it.
Are you crazy? That's just a dumb kid story. No thanks. I'm fine.
He says he's fine. But is he really? But didn't Bobby say the same thing? And how did that turn out? 4 out of 5 heroin overdose victims, just like Bobby, started with prescription opioids for pain management. Are you losing control of your drug taking? Are you feeling confused and concerned? Restrained drug use. Jasper and Ava still enjoy socializing at parties on Saturday night. But thanks to the raccoon story, they are better managing their drug use. They just remind each other to leave early if things start to get out of hand. By leaving the party earlier, they remove themselves from the triggers that would encourage their drug taking to spin out of control.
Don't be a zombie. Read and share The Tale of the Raccoon, Secrets of Addiction. You will be glad you did.